Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Mela7 Gaming, and we're going to attempt to play a little bit of Pathfinder. I need to scoot over just a touch here. And we'll see how this goes. I did play some last night. I played through kind of the beginning just to see if I really was feeling the itch for it, and I enjoyed it. I created a character, though, that was lawful good, battle cleric, right? So there's not like a lot of choices to make within the game, right? Like you just kind of run the lawful good side down. You don't really have to think about your choices. It's kind of a slam dunk easy from the role-playing standpoint, right? For the choices that we have. And so, monitor's continuing to flicker. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. It's really beginning to annoy me. Anyway, so I thought we would play something a little bit different for this. Now, it took me 2 hours, I think, to play through the intro, but I ate dinner in the middle of that, and I just paused the game and left. So it probably took me about an hour and a half, and so my plan is to just kind of run through it. Now, that doesn't include character creation, probably. So we'll have to go a little bit faster. So we're going to go new game. We're going to say next, main story. We're going to go normal, except I'm going to let the companions... we're going to leave it. Companions will auto level up. And I also want active companions to receive experience. Only active. No, I want that off. I'm sorry, I want that off. Because that way I want to be able to try different companions. Like, it's YouTube, right? You guys want to be able to see what the characters can do or can't do. I want to see what they can do or can't do. This isn't like a personal hardcore mission or anything like that. And so we want to be able to switch people back and forth. So, you know, if you've been playing that character all along, if that's the one that interests you, how would it look, right? We're not going to have time to play all of them all the way through, but I think you deserve a representative look at them. And so while it's a little bit cheaty, I think it's cheaty in the... to the benefit of you, the viewer, to see what those characters look like. Otherwise, we'll leave it exactly as it is. I think that's fine. And we'll hit next. I have kind of an idea. We're going to do custom character. We're going to do... yeah, custom character. And there's a character in here. Was it a custom? I guess it must have been a custom picture that I really liked. Can I find it? This is the character, the picture I went with, by the way, for the previous character. Was it a? I was thinking it was a default one. No. Hold on. We'll just go back and then we'll go forward. No, just go away. I just want to go back to... There we go. It just didn't want to... No. Part of my problem was it seemed like so many of the female characters were just... were just rangers, right? They're not. It's just like there were two in a row that are, essentially. Was it... I don't think it was down here, so it must have been a... All right, well, give me a minute. I'll find the picture I'm looking for, and we'll be back. All right, this is it. It was towards the front, and I don't know. It's just the blood on the lips there kind of gave me. Now, I think she's supposed to probably be a vampire or something. It's hard to tell, right? She's clearly drinking somebody's blood or took a bite out of somebody in the middle of the fight. But what I was doing was, when I was playing through the character, I noticed that you have kind of a background option. To be from Linnorm, I don't remember exactly how it's pronounced, which is essentially kind of the Vikings, right? It's the Northern Age, right? And it gives you bonuses to axes and stuff like that. And I thought with the two hand axes there, it might be a good character. I'm not sure I want to go Barbarian, although we'll probably look at Barbarian. We'll look at Fighter. We could look at some rogue possibilities. Not every rogue has to be a sneaky pickpocket rogue. But this is kind of what I'm thinking. And it just tied in with that background. So, so we've obviously got Barbarian. Armored Hulk, she's not. Beastkin Berserker, I suppose. It doesn't hurt to have an extra animal early in the game. Just one more character to take hits and to get an attack is sometimes really, really useful. The Instinctual Warrior. So we get focused rage. Gain +2 bonus. In addition, they gain 2. Can enter rage as a free action. Okay. They get some. Okay, that might not be bad. You know, maybe that whole that raging thing is why she just took a bite out of somebody, right? The Invulnerable Rager. Okay. Mad Dog. And the Pack Rager. While such uncontrolled displays of carnage often disregard group tactics, there are barbarians whose rages inspire and spur on allies during the ferocious dance of death. Okay, fast movement, fortitude. That's not terrible. Uncanny dodge. A bonus teamwork feat. I don't generally take a lot of teamwork feats, and maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. Okay, so that's barbarian. So Bloodrager is essentially succumb to rage, basic set of arcane spells, immunity to certain. Okay. So they do get a bloodline, Dragon, Fae, Devils, spells, unique abilities. That might be interesting. Increase attack, health, and ability to resist hostile control, but also decrease defense. Uncanny dodge. So that's not terrible, right? Again, she's got the mouth full of blood. So that might be useful. In the country's wildlands, a Mount Blood Rider. Okay. We could do that. We played with that. We played with the Cavalier last time we played this game we went through. And unfortunately, it was a character that wasn't going to be able to ride until like level 4 or something like that. And so we weren't able to actually see that within the deal. This could potentially add that. We didn't see her with a ride. I mean, there wasn't a horse or a mount or anything in there. So I don't know. Harvesty of divine magic, connection with the natural world, funnel their objects. Okay. Okay, so a summoner, essentially, right? Funnel their into abilities that allow them to call powerful allies. Mixed blood. Unstoppable martial machine out of a blood rager. So again, we get a bloodline. So they get a different one. Oh, so we probably get 2 bloodlines. You can choose a bloodline until the next time you choose. Okay, so they go through bloodlines and get to pick the powers as they go up. Okay, that's interesting. Comes from the very essence. Strict and immutable. Ancient. Okay. I guess. Somewhere in between the Blood Rager and a standard Barbarian, I guess. Mixes a bloodline with more traditional rage powers. Fast movement, bloodline, blood rage. Uncanny dodge, blood sanctuary. Come on, let me look at that. Stand confidently amidst effects of spells, gains +2 bonus on saving throws against any spell that he or an ally casts. Oh, so like somebody throws a fireball in or something like that, you'd get a bonus. Okay. Reformed Fiend. Nope, we're not going to go that, so we won't do that. Spell Eater. Spell Eaters tap into the power of their bloodline in order to heal damage as it comes, and can even cannibalize their own magical energy to heal more damage. Oh, okay, I like that. Blood of Life. All right, what does this one do? Enables them to slowly recover from wounds at 2nd level while blood raging. A spellcaster gains fast healing 1. Okay, so when we're raging, we essentially get a regeneration, right? So it's never going to be huge, but it is something. Oh, wait, and Blood Sanctuary. That one we saw. Spell Eating. A Spell Eater can consume spell slots for an extra dose of healing. As a swift action, Spell Eater consume 1 unused spell to get... So essentially, you get some free self-healing. So essentially, you have healing, but it's just self-healing. I like this a lot. That's pretty... Steel Blood. Prefer light armor, but learn the way using heavy... Okay, steel... These steel bloods plot around... Oh, wait, no, I don't think we want that. That's just a heavy armor version. I'm really liking this Spell Eater. I think that's really cool. Let's go ahead and take a look. We've got fighter. I mean, we could do like a druid as well, I suppose. We could do fighter, obviously, Aldori, Armiger. So this is the Hell Knight kind of beginning. Yeah, two-handed fighter. We're going to want to go potentially two-weapon rather than two-handed if we can. So that's something. Obviously, there's the hunter. We could do something along those lines. That wouldn't necessarily be off for that character. I would think, obviously, ranger. And again, because we did see that she has two weapons in it, that gives you a way to do that. But I'm kind of really leaning towards... Demon Slayer might be a good one, obviously, right? Because we're going into a fight with against demons. Evil Outsider, 5th level, okay. That's not, and you know, we get the combat style, so we could go two weapon. Obviously, we could go a rogue as well. Knife Master, Master of All. You know, I was thinking maybe something like a thug. But you know what? I really, really like this Bloodrager. It's a class I don't know anything about. I've never played it. I didn't even notice it existed probably until this point. Or, I mean, I'm sure I noticed it existed as I clicked through it. But I'm thinking Spell Eater. I really like this. Let's go this way. Let's take a look at the picture. I don't see pointy ears. It looks like rounded, although it's kind of hard to tell. But again, super pale skin. Again, she's supposed to be a vampire, I'm sure. So let's go. So we could go Dampier, right? Half-living children of vampires, birthed by human females. And we want it to be female. That's longer hair, but I think that's kind of like, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't build your character based around the cool picture you found. Maybe you should come up with something more. I don't know that a Dampier really has a lot more for us. Let's see. Speculate, mortal women, a couple of vampires. You know, it gets lonely in the cold north, right? I mean, things happen. So, Dampier heritage, and we're going to have some sort of bloodline on top of that. Okay, in place of traditional Dampier racial features, okay. A negative energy affinity. Okay, so we're not going to be healed. We're going to have to provide our own healing. But that's okay. I think we'll just have to see how that goes. I don't know. Well, let's hit next and see what it looks like. I mean, we can always go back and make it a human or an elf or half elf or something like that. But let's see where this leads us on our character creation. Okay, so regular Dampier. Dexterity and charisma, and not as useful for us, right? Dex and strength maybe would be useful for us, right? Light armor wielding fighter would probably be good. I don't know that we need to really work a weapon finesse angle on this. We would want a light weapon maybe for the two weapon, but we'll just have to kind of see how it goes. So that's strength and intelligence, strength and charisma, Nosferatu, strength and wisdom. Vampire King, okay, strength and intelligence, minus to dex. That would hurt us. And this would be dex and intelligence. Ask questions, forceful and precocious. Progenie's distaste for the devout is mirrored in their weakness around holy or unholy. That might be an issue for us. +2 bonus on stealth, use magic device. We might just go regular. Some foul ritual magically possessed father rather than direct congress. Any natural desire for physical contact or procreation. Make most unable to conceive. They do get a bonus to mobility and world. Minus to dex again, though. I'm just not feeling a lot of these, to be honest. Dex and intelligence isn't bad. I don't mind the minus to wisdom there. It's just, when you're going to help out in a holy war, it seems to me if you have a problem with holiness and stuff, that going to a city run by crusaders fighting demons is probably a bad idea. I just don't know that that's where you would want to go if that's what you did. So let's go back. Let's not go Dampier. I don't see anything that calls to me for that character to be in that situation. We can just be a pale human or elf, right? You know what I'm saying? She might look a little more elf-like, but we're going to go human, I think, on this one. And we'll just kind of do our best. So now this is where I got into it. This is where I originally saw it, was this. We went down here to the Warrior of the Linnorm Kings. So proficiency hand axe, proficiency battle axe, proficiency great axe. Obviously, she's got a couple hand axes in the picture. So we could go that route, but I'm not necessarily going to limit us to that. We'll kind of see how it goes. I really like that. So they get, obviously, those proficiencies. If they already get those because of the class, and they will for being a barbarian, then you'll get a +1 enhancement in case of weapon proficiency. So it's essentially just a +1 bonus for us with those weapons, which is nice. I think that's the way to go. I really like that. Oh, wait, so, they give us a charisma. What does charisma do for us? Number of spells based on charisma. Oh, well, maybe strength and charisma would have been okay. Do we rethink it just for the bonus? Do I want to min-max it that way? Now I see. Now they're going with a dex bonus, or they're going with strength and constitution for this, which I don't know. I mean, I guess we could do that and just rely on kind of armor, but we're not going to be a heavy armor class. We don't have to be the tank, but characters do tend to prioritize. If you're frontline and no AC, they're going to prioritize you over the tank. It's hard for tanks to hold aggro in this game, at least early on. And having a high dex would definitely help. If we went back, let's go back. Let's see what we do. If we go and we say Dampier, and we say there's a strength and intelligence negative to dex. Now, that one's strength and charisma, negative to constitution. That kind of hurts us. Easier time, must be careful, breed jealousy, resentment, disdain. They do have social skills. That's not terrible. I mean, it is a -2 con, but we can boost that up. I mean, we don't necessarily have to look for a monster constitution. If we go that, we go there. So we've got the negative. We understand that. So maybe we just go to like a 12. We go to like a 16. We go to like a 16. That leaves us something. We can maybe bring dex up to 14. Con up to 14. The heritage gives you an excuse, or the race gives you an excuse for her to be leaving the area. This one doesn't have a problem with the holy site, so potentially you could go there. Let's go for something like that and see how that goes. We could use the 2 bonus points that we get. We go to level 3 or 4 and dump them both into Constitution. And that would get us a 16, 16, 16 with a 14 dex. That's not terrible. Oh, we get 3 of these. We're probably going to be light armor, so athletics and mobility is probably good. She's going to get some bonuses to knowledge world already. So we could just take a point in that. We could go lore nature. It is based on wisdom, but it is going to get us a pretty good jump right there. We could go with our racial bonuses and dump 1 into persuasion right away. That's not bad, but I would like to come back later, dump 1 into nature, dump 1 into world. We may not go much higher than that, but just to get a little bit of those going, I think is probably a good idea. And we'll hit next. Okay, so weapon focus. Now we could stick with our axe already. You imbue your weapon with a fraction of your power. For 1 round, you deal +1 damage. Oh, it's just a one round thing. So it becomes an active ability, I guess. Yeah, using a swift action each round, you can imbue it for 1 round and are treated for purposes of... Okay. Oh, okay, but we could do it every turn for our swift action. So if you're not like drinking a potion or something, you could instantly just kind of get that extra 1 damage. That's not a terrible idea. Blood Drinker. Oh, do we kind of have to take this? 3 times a day you can drink blood from the unconscious, helpless, sleeping, or paralyzed. You can also drink blood from corpses of living creatures. You gain 5 temporary hit points plus 5 for every 3 hit dice you have. Oh. For an hour. So that gives us some extra hit points that we don't care about losing. You know, after that first fight, you can... I don't know that this is what I would consider an optimum way of building the character. We're still building that character around a picture that shows her obviously eating or drinking blood. You're healed by, both positive and negative. But they only heal half. No, I think we're okay. I think we'll go with this. I like it. I'd say it's not ideal. We're not min-maxing too much, I don't think. Okay, so now we get our bloodline for being a blood rager, right? So Abyssal. So that would get us claws. I don't really care about a claws. A disruptive blood rage. What does that mean? At level 1, enemies within 10 feet of you have a -2 penalty on concentration check. This increased stacks. Okay, that's not too bad. And we get some bonus feats. So like if we get in and there's a mage or somebody trying to maintain something, that's not bad. Angelic attacks. Your melee attacks are considered good aligned weapons for the purpose of bypassing damage reduction. Furthermore, when you deal damage with a melee attack to an evil outsider, you deal 1d6 points of damage. I like that. Maybe that's like, we're a really messed up character, right? The people know about the one, and so you kind of get forced out due to kind of, some prejudices, but you have this ability and this hatred for maybe because of the prejudice against you, you have a hatred for part of your own background, and you have this talent due to the celestial that maybe you don't know that's back there, right? That's hidden back in the depths and just popped up somehow. I like that. So that gets us a bonus, which ties in. It is a little min-maxy, like we know what the story is going to be, but I like the idea of the celestial in there. So claws. The dragons are all claws here. Elemental resistance. Bay, infernal, summertime, and undead. We already know we have undead. Frightful charger. When you hit a character with a charge attack, comes shaken for a number of rounds equal to half your blood, minimum of 1. That's pretty cool too. And we already know we have undead because we're Dampier, right? I mean, that's it, right? And at level 4, it'd be like we have Ghost Touch. No, I like that. I think that would be fun. But let's go Celestial. Let's make ourselves kind of a hero out of old. We're a messed up character with a weird backstory that just happens to be kind of right for the times, right? I like that. Again, we'll see how it goes. That's not super special, but not terrible. Bonus feats at 6. But I like this. So let's go for it. We're going to have to come up with a cool name for it. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I should have thought about it ahead of time, done some research, and come up with a name early. We'll think about it. All right, Deity Selection. I don't know. Maybe something a little bit chaotic. Maybe something that deals with nature. Goddess of Lust and Revenge. Wouldn't be terrible, right? You know, I mean, we already know we're a little bit chaotic. Rapier doesn't bother, isn't a thing for us. Another Rapier. Star Knife. I don't know. I mean, doesn't seem like our character would be worshiping the Great Dreamer at this point, right? I mean, I'm not crazy with that. We could go Godclaw. You know, that's a Hell Knight thing. But again, that's law, and we're not. Gorham, I'm kind of thinking more chaotic. A God of Battle may not be wrong for us. Favored Greatsword, favored Trident. Chaotic Neutral. I don't know that I want us to be like full evil. I mean, we could go Chaotic Neutral and still follow the hag, right? We're clearly not a friendly person. Imade. Falchion and Kukri, Quarterstaff. I'm kind of looking at weapons too, thinking like what ties in. These are, you know, we could do a little chaotic here, a little neutral. And we could just go straight neutral, right? We don't necessarily have to be full chaos, although I think of Ragers as being more of a chaotic force than anything else, right? You may do good, you may do bad, but you're raging, right? So it seems to me that it should be more of that. Now, this is a great axe, chaotic neutral. Destroy creation of other gods. I don't know that a worshiper that has any interest in going in and helping Crusaders. You know, it seems like that would be maybe somebody who would come in on the other side a little bit more, though. Great axe. I don't know. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of stuff I love in this. I mean, we could just say that she just doesn't worship a god, that she feels her past has been cursed enough because of what she's been through that the gods just don't interest her, right? I don't think that's necessarily a terrible idea. We could just go atheist. We're not going to be a divine hunter, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, and I would say not an atheist. It's somebody who doesn't deny the existence of gods, but somebody who doesn't worship any of them, right? I would say that's more it. So let's go with that. I think that matches our character background, and let's go with the chaotic neutral, right? This is somebody that's coming down not necessarily to do good. She's going because she dislikes somebody, not because she's trying to help somebody, right? Now that doesn't mean we can't go good versus evil as we play through. Like, we're not going to pick a choice simply because it's the neutral choice. But we will generally, not always, we will generally pick the chaotic choice. But I think there's a couple lawful choices here and there that I may want to go with regardless. I don't know. We'll see. I have one in particular I'm thinking about, but we'll see when we get there. Maybe I'll go against type on that one decision. All right, so we wasted so much time. It's 30 minutes already. But I love making the character. Let me know down below. How much time do you guys spend making a character? Do you throw something in? Do you always go in hard and fast with, I'm making this and I know exactly what I want? Or do you go in and let a picture choose? Or do you go, oh, well, that's not what I was thinking, or that's not perfect, and you roll that way? Like, are you a min-maxer? Are you a full fluff? Are you, do you have strong ideas about what you want? Or are you open to interpretation as the character creation goes on and you're like, let me know, because this stuff fascinates me. I love making characters. I'm maybe one of the few D&D players that doesn't mind when characters die, simply because it means I get to make another character. And that makes up for so much in the world. I just love the art of creation within character generation. I don't know, maybe that's weird. Hairstyle, we know we were going to go some longer hair because that's what the character has in the picture. And we're kind of sticking with that. Something like that probably is fine. I mean, we could say she's got it pulled back in one of these. Something like No, that one is short. There is at least a ponytail or two in here. We could go for something like that. I don't know. Even though I know it's not particularly true. Well, I don't know about female hairdressing for Vikings, actually. Males, we have some historical sources, specifically some letters, talking about Viking hairstyles, and apparently they like long bangs and short in back. The description was blind with a naked neck. So kind of the opposite of a lot of what we look at for Vikings, where we think of them as long-haired kind of savages, or maybe with the side shaved and everything pulled back, similar to this, but with the side shaved, right? The Vikings were very they were concerned about their appearance. They were big into hair and fashion and cleanliness, right? They all have their combs and and all that sort of stuff when you dig up their stuff. But I don't know anything really about women. I haven't seen anything about women's styles, so who knows what their hair was like. But most of us tend to think of Viking more along this line than something else. We are strong. So that's the super skinny, that's the beefy. There's not really a whole lot of difference for the women. We'll go with this one. Face-wise, that one seems, I think right here in the middle, that one seems reasonable. I don't remember what the eye color was. Is it just kind of a whitish? Actually, her hair's a little bit darker. It's not white. It's more of a gray, and the eyes do appear to be kind of white. So let's go back to here. So let's go hairstyle. Let's knock it. That's I'll go for that. I think that's close. And eye color is kind of a... It's not really going to give us kind of a white, is it? That's probably the closest to a really light color that we're going to get with this one. That's fine. I don't know that we need any war paint or anything. I mean, the character doesn't have any in the picture. She could have tattoos, I suppose. Let's get rid of all that so we can actually see what the tattoos look like. 'Cause sometimes they're... Yeah, that one must be in the hairline somewhere, maybe. Oh, there is only one tattoo. Oh, maybe it's here? I'm really confused. I don't see a tattoo anywhere. Oh, we can give her a bunch of tattoos. We can have up to maybe 5 tattoos, but there's only one tattoo. Alright, so the Dampiers apparently don't get tattoos. But we could do like 6 war paints. Maybe? Oh, she doesn't have one right now. So you could do something like this, and then you could do another one in another color. Oh, I kind of like that, actually. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't looking to give her war paint. I never noticed you could do these multiple ones before. I didn't know you could do the extra tattoos and stuff. This is the first time I've ever noticed that. What do we think? Something like that? Just stick with the colors. I don't remember what she was wearing in the deal, but I think that's probably fine. We can change the colors later. Well, we can look. Doesn't hurt. Browns and kind of a green. So we've got like this bluish and this greenish, and then the armor's brown. So yeah, like a blue and a green maybe. Or a kind of a purpley blue. Almost a yeah, I don't really see there, and kind of a green. I like that. That'll work. And then war paint 1 was this color. Do you want to tie it back in with our colors there? And then tattoo 2. It appears to just be gray no matter what we do. We'll click it. I don't know that we'll ever see it. Or maybe we'll just go with the dark color. Who knows? All right, next.
Ah, a test of my abilities.
Quick, quick! Else we miss all the fun!
Heal me quickly.
This is my chance to run. Hesitation is a waste of time.
We cannot be defeated.
I'm going to go none. And now I have to come up with a name. So give me a couple minutes. I'm going to do a search, maybe. I don't know what I'm going to search for. We'll find something. Probably be some sort of Scandinavian-ish name based on our Linnorm, kind of background. But I don't know. All right, I've got 2 names, and I think I know which one I'm going with. The first is Mercy Brown. We'll just go with Mercy for this case, just because it ties in well with the mixed kind of heritage. Mercy Brown was a real woman who lived in Rhode Island, and in the late 1800s, pretty much a good chunk of her family, including herself, was wiped out due to tuberculosis, and it was blamed on her being undead. And they dug up her body. I say dug up. She was exhumed, we'll say. And her body really didn't have very much decay. So they said, sure, job done. Of course, she was buried in an above ground vault in the middle of a New England winter. And so she was frozen like an icicle. So we don't really expect her to decay much in that. So somebody who is a real person who is blamed on it, it just happens to have an interesting name that ties in well with kind of our celestial background a little bit. The other one that I was thinking of, and it took me, I had to do a quick search to come up with their name because I hadn't remembered it, was the vampire Countess, right? Elizabeth Bathory from Hungary, who was known to be a serial killer who was drinking and, I believe, bathing in the blood of young ladies. And they say potentially up to 300 individuals at the time of her arrest. So maybe one of the top all-time serial killers ever, right? But anyway, we will go with, once I know that it shows up on the screen, but it wasn't on mine, go with Mercy. Oops, except I can't type. Do we want to just go Mercy? I wonder, what is Mercy in Norse? Swedish. We'll go Swedish. My family has Swedish roots. Swedish translation, Mercy. For whatever reason, this keyboard likes to double type R's. Ooh, it's kind of a big, bad word. Barmhartiget? I guess the Swedes don't plan to do a lot of mercy, so they made it a difficult word. Let's go, I don't know. I don't expect the others to be different, but let's go say like Norwegian. No, exactly the same. Finnish? Finnish might be different. Finns are kind of weird. I mean, language-wise, I don't think they tie in as well. Armo. Other ways, let's see. Armoa is grace or mercy. Lauputa is mercy. I'm gonna go Armoa. No, I kind of like Laputa. I'm gonna go Laputa. Let's see if I remember how to. If I misspell it here, Lauputa. I'm gonna have to come back here and flip it over where I can see it on the screen. I completely butchered it, just so you know. Laupu. EU, 2 T's and an A. Sure, that seems fine. We need to pick a date. We'll go 420. Why not? All right, so that is our character. And just character creation. So I'll probably do this as a separate video. And then we'll throw it up and then we'll go on to the next play, but it'll come up probably the same day at the same time as the first actual playthrough video. But this is her, Laputa, Mercy. This is our chaotic neutral, damp fear, blood rager. Which Ooh, we'll see if I get it right. I don't think this is gonna be too terribly complicated to play as a character, but we'll see. Skills right there: athletics, persuasion, mobility, a little bit of trickery, a little bit of use magic. Strong stats, but not stupid. Blood drinker, so we can get some bonus health, like after the first kind of fight every day. You know, maybe drink blood and hang on to those temporary hit points for a little while. You know, carry them into the next one. Doesn't trust the gods. From the Linnorm Kings, from the Linnorm area, and I think we'll be okay. So we'll light and medium armor. I think it'll be good. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.